In Tibet, when someone dies, a lama sits beside the body and reads aloud, not a eulogy, not prayers for the living, instructions for the dead. The Tibetan Book of the Dead is not its real name. The Tibetans call it Bardo Thodol, which means liberation through hearing in the between, the bardo, the intermediate state between death and rebirth, and the text is read aloud because the Tibetans believe the dead can still hear. For 49 days after death, consciousness lingers. It hasn't yet found its next body. It's suspended between worlds, confused, disoriented, encountering visions it doesn't understand. The reading is a lifeline, a voice in the darkness, telling the dead exactly what's happening and exactly what to do. The text originated with Padmasambhava, the legendary master who brought Buddhism to Tibet. In the 8th century, he was called Guru Rinpoche, the precious teacher. And he didn't just teach meditation. He mapped the after-death journey with the precision of a cartographer. According to tradition, Padmasambhava hid his most profound teachings, buried them in caves, in lakes, in the minds of disciples, to be discovered centuries later, when humanity was ready. The Bardo Thodol was revealed in the 14th century by a treasure finder named Karma Lingpa. 600 years of waiting. Then the map emerged. The Bardo Thodol describes 3 bardos, 3 stages between death and rebirth. Each offers a chance at liberation. Each is harder than the last. The first bardo is called Chikai, the bardo of the moment of death. At the instant of dying, consciousness separates from the body, and in that moment, the clear light dawns. The clear light is not a metaphor. It's the fundamental luminosity of mind itself, naked awareness without any object, the ground of all experience, suddenly unveiled. The text calls it the dharmata, reality as it actually is, before thought divides it into self and other. This is the best chance, the easiest liberation. If the dying person recognizes the clear light, if they realize that this luminosity is their own true nature, liberation is instant. No more rebirth, no more suffering, awakening achieved at the moment of death. But most people miss it. The light is too bright, too unfamiliar, too much like annihilation. Consciousness flinches. It recoils from its own nature, and in that flinching, the opportunity passes. This is why the Lama reads aloud. O nobly born, the clear light is dawning. Recognize it. This is your own mind. Do not be afraid. The voice guides the dead toward what they might otherwise flee. If they still miss it, the second bardo begins. The second bardo is called Chonyid, the bardo of the experiencing of reality, and it's here that things get strange. For 7 days, the peaceful deities appear. First comes Vairochana, brilliant white Buddha at the center of the mandala, radiating light so intense it's almost unbearable. Then Akshobhya, blue Buddha of the east. Then Ratnasambhava, yellow Buddha of the south. Amitabha, red Buddha of the west. Amoghasiddhi, green Buddha of the north. Each day, a new deity. Each day, a new color of light. Each day, another chance at liberation. But here's the crucial teaching. These deities are not external beings. They are projections of your own mind. The brilliant lights, the divine forms, the overwhelming presence, all of it arises from consciousness itself. If you recognize this, if you understand that the Buddha appearing before you is your own awakened nature, taking visible form, liberation occurs. But most people don't recognize. The lights are too bright, the deities too overwhelming. Consciousness retreats toward dimmer, softer lights, which lead back toward rebirth. And then the wrathful deities arrive. After 7 days of peaceful visions, the same deities return in terrifying form. The Herukas, blood-drinking wrathful Buddhas, flames for hair, skulls for crowns, dancing on corpses, surrounded by animal-headed dakinis, wielding weapons and drinking from skull cups. This isn't punishment. This isn't hell. It's the same compassion, wearing a fiercer face. The text is explicit. Do not be afraid. These are your own projections. Recognize them and be free. If the soul still hasn't recognized, the third bardo begins. Sidpa, the bardo of becoming. Now the consciousness has a body again, but not a physical one, a mental body, made of habitual patterns and karmic traces. This body can travel anywhere instantly. It can pass through walls. It can perceive things far away. But it's also confused, disoriented, tossed by the winds of karma, like a feather in a storm. The dead person may not even realize they've died. They return to their home. They see their family. They try to speak, but no one responds. They try to eat, but can't taste anything. They see their own body being prepared for burial. They watch their possessions being distributed. And slowly, the terrible recognition dawns. I am dead. Then comes the judgment, not by an external god, but by Yama, the Lord of Death, who holds up the mirror of karma. In the mirror, the dead see everything, every action of their life, every kindness and every cruelty, nothing hidden, nothing excused, white pebbles for virtuous acts, black pebbles for harmful ones. The accounting is precise. But here's what the text reveals. Yama himself is a projection. The mirror is your own mind, reflecting itself back to you. Even at this late stage, recognition liberates. If recognition still doesn't come, rebirth approaches. The soul begins to see visions of its next life. Couples making love, the future parents. Attraction or repulsion arises, and that emotional pull draws consciousness into the womb. The Bardo Thodol describes 6 realms of possible rebirth. The God realm, long life, pleasure, but spiritual complacency. The jealous God realm, power and conflict. The human realm, suffering and opportunity mixed. The animal realm, instinct without reflection. The hungry ghost realm, craving that can never be satisfied. The hell realm, intense suffering born of intense hatred. Each realm corresponds to a dominant emotion. Pride leads to God realm, jealousy to jealous gods, desire to hungry ghosts, anger to hell. The last moment of the bardo, the last flicker of consciousness before rebirth, can still change everything. Now consider the parallels. The clear light dawning at death matches the overwhelming light NDERS describe. The life review in Yama's mirror matches the panoramic life review of modern accounts. The mental body watching family mourn matches the out-of-body phase of near-death experience. The Tibetans mapped this territory over 1,000 years ago. Death is not a wall. It's a process, and processes can be navigated. If this exploration of the Tibetan map resonated with you, subscribe to Consciousness Cartography. We're charting the territories most people only visit once. Next, we explore Kabbalah, the mystical architecture of creation itself. The map continues.